Let me hit you with some numbers that'll make your imposter syndrome feel validated. Entry-level developer jobs have dropped 50% since 2019. Big tech companies, the same ones that used to recruit from your computer science class before you even graduated, now hire new grads at a rate of 7%. That's not a typo. One hiring manager literally said, and I swear I'm not making this up, "With AI, I won't be needing junior developers anymore." This is like a chef saying they don't need ingredients because they have a microwave. Sure, you can heat stuff up, but good luck when someone asks for something that isn't a frozen dinner. The beautiful irony? While companies are speedrunning their way to a future with no junior developers, 40% of AI-generated code contains security vulnerabilities. We're not replacing junior developers with senior developers. We're replacing them with confident idiots that work for $20 a month. Picture this, you just graduated with a CS degree, 4 years of algorithm hell, surviving on ramen and Stack Overflow. You're ready to conquer Silicon Valley. You open LinkedIn and entry-level software engineer requires 5 years experience with AI tools that were invented last year. Welcome to 2025, where 37% of managers openly admit they'd rather use AI than hire you. Not because you're bad at coding, not because you show up late, but because ChatGPT doesn't ask for health insurance or complain about the coffee machine being broken. I'm not making this up. There's an actual survey where over a third of hiring managers said, "I'd rather use AI than hire a Gen Z employee." The numbers are brutal. Entry-level hiring at big tech, down from 15% to 7% of total hires. That's not a recession. That's an extinction event. Startups are even worse. Less than 6% of their hires are new grads. The same startups that used to brag about hiring straight from boot camps now require you to have shipped 3 AI products before they'll look at your resume. But here's the kicker. The same companies eliminating junior roles are desperately searching for AI experts and prompt engineers. You know, the jobs that didn't exist when you started your degree. Let me paint you a picture of what junior developers used to do. Back in the ancient times of 2019, junior devs were the apprentices of the tech world. They'd join a team, get assigned some simple tickets, and spend their first month accidentally breaking the build 17 times. Senior devs would mentor them, code reviews would be teaching moments, and slowly but surely they'd level up from "why is this undefined" to "oh god, I'm responsible for this undefined." It was beautiful. It was messy. It was how every single senior developer you admire got their start. Now, we've replaced that with AI that makes the same mistakes, but faster and with more confidence. GitHub Copilot suggests code like that friend who's wrong, but says it louder. ChatGPT writes functions with the same energy as a student who didn't read the assignment but needs to submit something by midnight. The difference is, when a junior makes a mistake, they learn. When AI makes a mistake, it just waits for the next training update to maybe, possibly, learn. Except that training data, it came from all those junior devs we're not hiring anymore. We're eating our own tail here, people. Stack Overflow, remember that? The place where juniors asked stupid questions that secretly helped millions of developers? Traffic is down 50% since ChatGPT launched. Not because the questions got answered, because no one's asking them anymore. They're just copying whatever the AI spits out and praying it works. Here's where it gets spicy. AI doesn't just replace junior devs, it makes everyone worse at their jobs. Let me introduce you to the pseudo-developer. This is someone who can prompt their way through any feature but couldn't debug a print statement if their life depended on it. They're fluent in copy-paste driven development. They speak 3 languages, English, ChatGPT, and Confusion. I know what you're thinking, but AI makes me more productive. Does it though? Microsoft claims Copilot makes you 56% faster. Independent studies found experienced developers are actually 19% slower when using AI assistants. That's the difference between marketing and reality, folks. Why? Because AI-generated code is like fast food. Quick, convenient, and full of things that will hurt you later. Studies show 40% of AI-generated database queries contain SQL injection vulnerabilities. 40%. That's not a tool, that's a liability with a subscription fee. But here's the real Dunning-Kruger effect. Juniors using AI think they're seniors because they can ship features. They mistake code generation for understanding. They confuse "it runs" with "it's correct." They're coding by vibes and the vibes are rancid. Meanwhile, actual seniors are drowning in code reviews. Every PR is like a mystery box of AI hallucinations. Is this a clever optimization? Or did Copilot have a stroke? Is this design pattern intentional? Or did ChatGPT watch too many Medium articles? Everyone loses. Juniors don't learn, seniors burn out. And the code? The code is held together by prayers and try-catch blocks. Okay, let's talk numbers, because apparently nobody in Silicon Valley owns a calculator. Current job openings requiring AI skills, 4.2 million. Qualified AI developers available, 320,000. The companies that laid off juniors in 2023 are now offering 400k plus to anyone who can actually fix their AI-generated spaghetti code. The same companies that said we don't need bootcamp grads are now desperate for anyone who understands why the AI keeps suggesting password 123 as a secure default. But we'll just train our existing seniors on AI. Cool story. Your seniors are already working 60-hour weeks trying to keep your AI-generated tech debt from collapsing. When exactly are they supposed to learn prompt engineering? During their copious free time? It's like we collectively decided to stop planting trees because we have wood, forgetting that trees take time to grow. Except instead of trees, it's the entire future of our industry. No big deal. Let me take you on a journey to the future. The year is 2040. Stack Overflow is now a museum. The last genuine programming question was asked in 2033. How do I center a div? It went unanswered. Legend says the div is still off-center, waiting. Every codebase is a fractal of AI-generated abstractions. Nobody knows how anything works, but it mostly runs, so we don't ask questions. When something breaks, we don't debug, we just prompt harder. Please fix the undefined error becomes a job title. The few remaining senior developers charge consulting fees that make lawyers jealous. They're like digital archaeologists, the only ones who can decipher the ancient arts of understanding your code and reading error messages. New frameworks are released hourly, all generated by AI trained on the last framework, which was generated by AI trained on the framework before that. It's frameworks all the way down. Nobody remembers what problem we were originally trying to solve. Documentation? That's cute. The AI wrote it. About code the AI wrote. For developers who use AI. The irony is delicious. We automated away the junior roles to save money, and now we're paying million-dollar salaries to anyone who can explain what a pointer is. We optimized for efficiency and created the most inefficient system imaginable. But hey, at least the code ships fast. Sure, it's full of security holes. Nobody understands it, and it breaks if you look at it wrong. But it ships fast. Alright, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk survival strategies. First, the bad news. AI isn't going away. It's like JavaScript. We're stuck with it whether we like it or not. The good news, bugs aren't going away either. As long as code exists, someone needs to understand why it's broken. Here's your survival guide. Learn to debug AI code. This is a superpower now. While everyone else is prompting frantically, you'll be the one who actually understands what went wrong. Be the human in the loop, not the human out of the loop. Understand what you're copy-pasting. I know, reading is hard, but there's a difference between using AI as a tool and using AI as a crutch. One makes you stronger, the other makes you replaceable. Build your fundamentals. AI can't teach you why your code works, only that it sometimes does. Learn data structures. Understand algorithms. Be the person who can explain why the AI solution is melting the servers. Contribute to open source. Real projects with real problems that AI can't solve by pattern matching. Embrace the chaos. The industry is changing faster than a JavaScript framework's major version. The developers who survive will be the ones who can adapt. And here's the real secret. We still need junior developers. Not because they write the best code, not because they're cheap, but because today's confused junior is tomorrow's senior who actually understands how things work. Every expert was once a disaster. Every senior developer has a story about deleting the production database. Welcome to the future of programming. It's broken, it's beautiful, and it's hiring, just not the way you expected. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go explain to ChatGPT why we can't use eval in production.